Have you ever wondered why certain people seem to fade from your life, especially those who, despite their constant presence, brought more harm than good? These are the people who drained your energy, made you question your worth, or demanded attention while turning a blind eye to your own needs. It's a perplexing and often painful experience. But what if I told you this wasn't just a random twist of fate? What if it was all part of a larger, divine plan, one crafted to protect you and guide you towards something far greater than you ever imagined? Welcome. I'm glad you're here because, yes, you are special. You are chosen. You may not realize it, but your life has a unique purpose that only you can fulfill. However, not everyone is meant to walk this journey by your side. There are individuals who enter your life for a reason, but sometimes they are meant to leave just as suddenly. In fact, God often removes certain people, especially those who exhibit toxic traits, like narcissism, from your path. This isn't an accident. It's a necessary step for your growth, a way for you to break free from emotional chains and reach your full potential. Why does this happen? Why does God allow such painful goodbyes? The answer lies in the bigger picture. When certain people leave your life, it opens up space for you to heal, to rediscover yourself, and to embrace the powerful life that awaits you. These removals are part of a higher plan, one that is preparing you for your destiny, allowing you to thrive without the distractions or negativity that some people bring. In today's discussion, we'll explore this concept more deeply. By the end, you'll understand why it's not only okay to let go of people who no longer serve you, but why it's essential for your personal and spiritual growth. Trust me, there's a profound and purposeful reason behind it all. So, if you've ever found yourself puzzled by the departure of certain individuals from your life, stay with us. You're about to uncover the answers you've been searching for. Together, we are building a community of like-minded souls who uplift one another, spread love, and support each other in our individual journeys. If you believe in the power of positive energy and want to join this uplifting movement, show your support by liking this video. What if the people who have walked out of your life weren't just part of some random, unexplainable sequence of events? What if, instead, their absence was not a coincidence, but a deliberate and necessary act of divine intervention? Imagine for a moment that God, in His infinite wisdom, is carefully filtering out those who no longer have a place in your journey. What if these departures are not accidents, but necessary transitions designed to guide you towards something better, something more aligned with your true purpose? It's easy to view such situations as mere losses, painful separations, or even failures, but what if they're actually part of a divine plan to create the space and environment you need to flourish? When people leave your life, it can feel like the rug has been pulled out from beneath you, especially when these individuals once held significant roles in your world. Perhaps you've invested deeply in these relationships, or perhaps they were sources of support, joy, or stability. Naturally, it's hard to imagine life without them. But consider this: God's intention isn't to hurt you by removing these influences. It's not about punishing you for some past misstep or leaving you in a vulnerable state. Instead, He's clearing out the clutter, the negativity, the distractions, and the toxic energies so you can thrive in an environment that fosters growth, peace, and clarity. Yes, it will hurt at first. You'll likely feel a sense of loss, a gap that seems impossible to fill. You might question why these relationships, which once seemed so integral, have come to an end. But here's where faith comes into play. While it may feel like a loss initially, over time, you'll begin to see the bigger picture unfold. Slowly, the absence of these people will begin to create space in your life for something greater. You will find that your mind, once clouded by chaos and confusion, is now quieter. Your heart, once heavy with worry and uncertainty, becomes lighter. You'll start to see things more clearly, to understand your goals and ambitions with greater focus, free from the influence of those who might have held you back, even unintentionally. God knows you in ways you might not fully understand. He sees your potential, the vast possibilities that await you. He knows what you're capable of achieving, and he understands the journey you are meant to take. The next stage of your life is too important, too significant to be clouded by distractions or harmful relationships. God is not removing people from your life to hurt you, but to protect you, to guide you toward the future he has designed for you, to help you become the person you're meant to be, without the interference of those who would hinder your growth. So, as hard as it may be, trust the process. When someone exits your life, don't view it as a personal defeat, but as a divine act of love and protection. It is God's way of saying, I am making room for something better. I have a purpose for you that is too important to be compromised by anything or anyone who doesn't align with your highest good. Your energy is sacred. It fuels your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately your future. Each interaction, each relationship, contributes to the kind of person you are becoming. When people who no longer serve your growth are removed, it's a sign that God is not just protecting you from harm, but also positioning you for greater things. It's a call to trust in his timing, to believe that everything happening in your life is working toward your ultimate good. Embrace the quiet. Embrace the uncertainty. Trust that every closed door is making way for one that leads you into a life that is more peaceful, more aligned with your purpose, and filled with the abundance of love and fulfillment that you deserve. The path ahead may not always be clear, but with God's guidance and protection, you will find your way. You will thrive in a space that is meant just for you. And as you continue on your journey, you'll see that the people who were meant to stay, and the ones who are meant to walk with you into your next chapter, will find their way back to you in their own time. Until then, trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Sometimes, difficult people enter our lives not to break us, but to shape us, to teach us lessons we might not learn any other way. Narcissists, with their manipulative behaviors and insatiable need for attention, often push us to our emotional and mental limits. They make us feel exhausted, drained, and sometimes even lost in the chaos of their constant demands. But what if, in the midst of all the turmoil, there is an opportunity for growth? Each encounter with such individuals is, in reality, a chance to develop stronger faith, greater resilience, and deeper self-awareness. They challenge you to set boundaries, to hold fast to your core values, and to trust that God's timing is always perfect, even when the path seems difficult. As hard as it may seem in the moment, it is through these tests that you begin to discover your true strength. You learn that you are capable of enduring and overcoming, that you can emerge from these trials more centered and confident in your identity. And eventually, the time will come when you reach a point where the lessons have been learned, and the chapter with these toxic influences needs to end. It's at this moment that you will start to understand why God allowed such difficult people to be part of your journey to build your character, to refine your spirit, and to prepare you for the greater purpose he has in store for you. Once the narcissists and toxic forces are no longer a part of your life, you will experience a profound shift. The noise that once clouded your thoughts, manipulations, distractions, demands will gradually fade away. What remains is a quiet space, a sacred space where you can hear the gentle whispers of God's voice guiding you toward your true purpose. No longer burdened by emotional manipulation or unnecessary drama, you will find that your mind clears, your decisions become sharper, and your priorities shift towards what truly matters. This newfound clarity is not just a result of the absence of negativity, but a direct outcome of the intentional work God is doing in your life. By removing these disruptive forces, he is creating room for you to grow, heal, and move forward with purpose and confidence. This is not just about eliminating toxic people, it is about making space for peace to reign in your life, a space where you can hear God's voice more clearly and trust his guidance without distraction. Trust the process. As God clears the noise, he is giving you the gift of peace and clarity, which are essential for your next steps. It's not always easy to understand the purpose behind every challenge or difficult person, but know this: God's actions are always intentional. Every lesson learned, every boundary set, every moment of growth is preparing you for the beautiful future he has designed for you. Keep moving forward with faith, because peace and clarity are his precious gifts to you, guiding you into the life you were always meant to live. What comes next is a fresh start. With that toxic presence gone, you'll begin to notice how much lighter you feel. Your energy isn't being drained anymore, and your mind isn't clouded with drama. This clarity opens the door for new relationships, ones that are genuine, supportive, and uplifting. These people will cheer you on, help you grow, and walk with you on your journey toward fulfilling your destiny. Not only does their absence make way for better people, but it also creates opportunities for new experiences. You'll find yourself with more time and energy to pursue your passions, explore your purpose, and take steps toward the goals God has placed on your heart. When the distractions and chaos are removed, you're able to see opportunities that may have been hidden before. It's also a time of renewal and self-discovery. With the space left behind, you have a chance to reflect, to listen to God's voice more clearly, and to realign yourself with his plan. You'll start to notice the beauty of this fresh start, the doors that open, the relationships that flourish, and the sense of peace that fills your heart. This process might not be easy, and the transition may come with moments of loneliness or doubt, but trust that God never takes something away without the intention of replacing it with something far better. This fresh start is his gift to you, a chance to step into a life that reflects his love and purpose for you. Embrace it, knowing that he's clearing the way for new blessings and aligning your life with your divine destiny. In life, there are patterns that can quietly trap us, repeating over and over until they feel unbreakable. When narcissists are involved, these patterns can be deeply harmful. They often create emotional and spiritual cycles of manipulation, control, and pain. Over time, you might find yourself caught in their web, replaying the same arguments, enduring the same betrayals, and feeling the same draining emotions. These toxic cycles can leave you feeling stuck, questioning your worth, and wondering if things will ever change. But here's the truth: God doesn't want you to live in these harmful loops. He sees the damage these cycles cause and steps in to break them once and for all. When narcissists are removed from your life, it's not just about their departure, it's about God's divine intervention to end a pattern that was never meant for you. Narcissists thrive on control. They create dynamics where you feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells, trying to avoid conflict or seeking their approval. These patterns aren't just emotionally exhausting, they can also block your spiritual growth. The constant chaos distracts you from focusing on God's purpose for your life. Instead of growing in faith and love, you're stuck trying to survive the whirlwind they create. God's intervention is both an act of love and protection. By removing the narcissist, he disrupts the toxic rhythm and creates space for healing. It might feel sudden or even painful at first, but this act of breaking the cycle is his way of saying, enough, you deserve better. Think of it like a tree with unhealthy branches. Those branches need to be pruned so the tree can grow stronger and healthier. Similarly, God's removal of toxic people is a pruning process. It might feel harsh in the moment, but it's necessary for your long-term growth and well-being. Breaking these cycles also frees you from patterns that could repeat in other areas of your life. Once you recognize the signs of toxicity and learn to set boundaries, you're better equipped to avoid similar relationships in the future. God uses these experiences to strengthen you, teaching you resilience and self-worth, so that you never settle for less than is best for you again. Most importantly, breaking these cycles allows you to realign with God's purpose. When the distractions and harm are gone, you can focus on building healthier relationships, growing spiritually, and moving forward with clarity and strength. So, when God removes a narcissist, understand that he's doing far more than just taking someone out of your life. He's breaking a toxic cycle that no longer serves you. It's his way of setting you free, paving the way for healing, growth, and the incredible plans he has in store for you. Trust the process and know that this is the beginning of something far better. Living with narcissists is an experience that can test every ounce of your patience and resilience. Their unpredictable behavior, manipulative tactics, and warped sense of reality can create an atmosphere where you feel constantly on edge. It becomes difficult to discern what is real and what is merely a distortion of truth. Each interaction leaves you questioning your own perceptions, as their actions blur the line between fact and fiction. But as you navigate this turbulent terrain, something remarkable begins to take shape. Your intuition grows sharper, your discernment deepens. You start to see beyond the masks they wear, recognizing the subtle signs of manipulation and control that you might have missed before. What was once hidden beneath layers of charm and deceit becomes glaringly obvious. You begin to trust the quiet whispers of your inner voice, the one that guides you through the fog of confusion and deception. It's a quiet, steady presence, but it becomes a powerful force, helping you to navigate even the most complicated interactions with clarity and confidence. But there's a deeper purpose behind this sharpening of your intuition. It's not just about surviving the presence of a narcissist, but about transforming in the process. God allows this transformation for a reason. While narcissists test your patience and create emotional chaos, they also push you to develop a greater sense of spiritual insight. They serve as instruments of growth, forcing you to learn how to trust your instincts and distinguish between what is true and what is false. This sharpening of your intuition is not just a survival mechanism, it's a gift, one that enhances your spiritual discernment. Through the emotional turbulence they bring, you learn to tell the difference between genuine love and selfish manipulation, between peace and chaos. It's through this contrast that you discover your own inner strength and wisdom. God uses these difficult experiences to teach you invaluable lessons about yourself, about truth, and about the nature of relationships. However, this process is not meant to last forever. Once you have gained the wisdom and insight that comes from enduring such toxic energy, God steps in. He removes the narcissist from your life, not as a punishment for them, but as an act of love and protection for you. He knows that you have learned what you needed to, and now it is time for you to move forward. The emotional turbulence they caused has served its purpose, but now it's time for you to experience peace and clarity without the weight of their influence. God's intervention in removing the narcissist is a lesson in self-respect and self-care. By taking them out of your life, He's giving you a chance to reset and reassess. With the toxic influence gone, you're left with the space to reflect on your needs, your values, and your personal limits. This is where you begin to understand that setting boundaries is not about being rude or selfish, it's about protecting your peace and purpose. Having healthy boundaries allows you to guard your purpose, which is what God has set out for you. You're no longer allowing people to take you off course with their drama or demands. Instead, you're learning to say no when necessary, prioritize what truly matters, and surround yourself with people who respect your limits. It's not easy, and it doesn't happen overnight. Narcissists have a way of testing boundaries, seeing how far they can push you before you break. But each time you set a boundary and stick to it, you're reinforcing your strength and asserting your worth. With time, you'll become more confident in protecting your emotional and spiritual space. God uses these experiences to teach you that setting boundaries isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. When you learn to guard your purpose and your peace, you open the door to healthier, more supportive relationships. You make room for the people who will walk alongside you in your journey, who will encourage and respect your dreams. By establishing boundaries, you're not just protecting yourself from harm, you're also creating an environment where you can thrive. Ultimately, the lessons learned through the removal of narcissists help you become the person God intended you to be, a strong, empowered individual who knows their worth, values, and purpose. Setting boundaries is one of the most powerful ways to honor yourself and the divine plan for your life. Narcissists can be like roadblocks on your journey, constantly slowing you down and creating obstacles where there should be none. Whether it's through manipulation, gaslighting, or simply draining your energy, their presence can make you feel stuck in a constant cycle of frustration and confusion. You might find yourself wasting time and effort trying to navigate their chaos instead of focusing on your true goals. But here's the good news: God removes these roadblocks for a reason. He's clearing the way to accelerate your progress towards success and fulfillment. When you're caught up in the whirlwind of a narcissist's demands, it's easy to lose sight of your own path. They take up so much of your mental and emotional space that you have little room left for your own dreams and ambitions. Their negativity can be contagious, and before you know it, you're second-guessing yourself and questioning your potential. But when God removes these toxic influences from your life, He's not just taking away someone harmful, He's making space for your true potential to flourish. Once the narcissist is out of the picture, you'll start to notice that you have more time, energy, and focus to dedicate to your own goals. The mental fog lifts, and your mind becomes clearer, no longer bogged down by their manipulations. You're able to make decisions with confidence, move forward without hesitation, and pursue opportunities with a renewed sense of purpose. God's intervention in your life isn't just about protection, it's about propulsion. It's not merely about shielding you from harm, but actively moving you toward a future filled with purpose, clarity, and fulfillment. Often we don't realize how much certain individuals, particularly toxic ones like narcissists, can anchor us in a stagnant place. Their constant manipulation, their need for control, and their emotional chaos can trap us in cycles of self-doubt and uncertainty. With the narcissist gone, the chains that once held you back are broken. Now, you are free to move forward, and you're not just moving, you're accelerating with newfound energy and direction. This acceleration isn't merely about speeding up the passage of time, it's about accelerating with purpose, with clarity, and with the full awareness that you are walking toward your destiny. The obstacles that once clouded your vision are now behind you. The emotional noise, the manipulation, and the toxic behaviors that once demanded your attention and drained your energy have all been removed. What's left is a clear path ahead, one that allows you to focus on what truly matters: your growth, your goals, and your relationships. No longer distracted by the negativity that once surrounded you, you can now channel your energy toward what aligns with your highest aspirations. In this newfound freedom, you are empowered to take bold steps toward the life you've always envisioned for yourself. Whether it's advancing in your career, building deeper, more authentic relationships, or dedicating yourself to personal growth, the possibilities are now within reach. God has made room for you to thrive, and with each step you take, you'll feel a momentum building inside you. There's no longer any need to question your worth or second-guess your decisions, because you are moving forward with faith, purpose, and confidence. You're not just walking toward success, you are walking in alignment with your true potential, with God's divine plan for your life. This process is not a mere removal of obstacles, it's a divine act of love and care. By clearing the toxic forces from your life, God is not only giving you the space to grow, but He is also affirming that your time has come. The delays, the setbacks, the emotional toll that narcissists and other negative influences took from you have all been part of the past. Now, it's time for progress. God is saying it's your turn to shine, your time to move forward. This is His way of creating the environment you need to evolve into the person you are meant to be. No more delays, no more distractions. Just forward movement, progress, and the fulfillment of your true potential. With each step you take, you'll find yourself getting closer to the life you were always meant to live, the life that was always within your reach, but was clouded by the noise and toxicity of unhealthy relationships. As you move forward, the momentum will build, and you'll feel an inner confidence that you've never experienced before. What once seemed distant or impossible will start to come into focus, and you'll realize that the life you were waiting for was always just one step ahead, waiting for you to take it. God's intervention isn't just about clearing out the bad, it's about making way for the good. It's about giving you the chance to live fully, to embrace your dreams with open arms, and to move forward without hesitation. The narcissist's grip on your life is gone, and with it, the distractions, the emotional burdens, and the limiting beliefs. What remains is your pure, undiluted potential, ready to be realized as you walk toward the life you were always meant to live. God's decision to remove the narcissist from your life isn't just a way of protecting you, it's a divine opportunity for you to step into your full strength. You now see that the real source of your power has always been within you, and with that newfound confidence, you're free to live a life that's truly your own. When narcissists are part of your life, feel like you're constantly surrounded by people who take more than they give. Their self-serving behavior can make it difficult to find genuine support or even recognize who truly has your best interests at heart. They often create a toxic atmosphere where your goals and dreams are overshadowed by their need for attention or control. But once God removes these toxic influences from your life, something powerful happens. It opens up space for people who are truly aligned with your vision and purpose. The removal of a narcissist isn't just about removing negativity, it's about creating an environment where authentic, meaningful relationships can flourish. Narcissists tend to drain your energy and distract you from your true path. They leave you questioning your worth, your dreams, and your potential. But once they're gone, you're left with room to attract individuals who support your goals and uplift your spirit. These are the people who encourage you, believe in your dreams, and walk alongside you, helping you fulfill your divine purpose. God's intervention isn't just about taking something away, it's about making room for something better. As the toxic people exit your life, you begin to attract those who resonate with your true essence. These aligned souls bring new opportunities, fresh perspectives, and a shared vision that can propel you towards success. They don't try to tear you down. Instead, they lift you up, believing in your potential and walking beside you every step of the way. The relationships that come into your life after narcissists are removed are different. They're built on trust, mutual respect, and a deep understanding of one another's values. These new connections are nurturing, supportive, and genuinely interested in your well-being. They help you grow and inspire you to be the best version of yourself. You no longer feel isolated or misunderstood. You feel seen, heard, and appreciated for who you truly are. The removal of narcissists from your life creates a space that is nothing short of transformational. This space is like fertile ground, waiting to nurture and grow the healthy, authentic relationships that will support and uplift you. No longer burdened by the toxicity of narcissistic influence, you now have the freedom to attract people who are on a similar path, individuals who are aligned with your values and your purpose. These are the souls who want to see you succeed, who are genuinely invested in your growth and well-being. They will encourage you, support you, and help push you closer to your divine destiny. With their presence, the atmosphere around you will shift from one of confusion and emotional drain to one of peace, clarity, and mutual empowerment. In this way, God's intervention is not just an act of protection, it's an act of preparation. The removal of narcissists is part of a much larger plan to prepare you for the next phase of your life, one where you are surrounded by people who genuinely want to see you thrive. These aligned souls are not just passing through your life, they are integral to your journey. They will help you realize your potential, guide you toward your purpose, and turn your dreams into reality. By clearing the path of those who were never meant to stay, God is ensuring that you are surrounded by the right people, those who will help you fulfill your divine purpose and lead you to success. Narcissists, in their toxic behaviors, often become significant sources of spiritual stagnation. Their manipulation, constant negativity, and emotional turbulence create a heavy, draining atmosphere that can block your connection to your higher self and your divine purpose. It's easy to feel trapped in a cycle of confusion, unable to move forward or access the blessings that are waiting for you. The constant emotional turmoil they bring clouds your spiritual vision, leaving you feeling disconnected and stuck. In this space of stagnation, your personal growth is stunted, and your ability to hear the quiet whisper of your higher calling is drowned out by the noise they create. This is where God's intervention becomes not just necessary, but essential. When God removes the narcissist from your life, He is not only protecting you, but also clearing the way for you to reconnect with your higher self and your true purpose. This divine act of removal is what opens the door to clarity, peace, and progress. With the narcissist no longer in your life, you can breathe freely, unburdened by emotional manipulation, and begin to move forward on your path with renewed strength and focus. You can finally hear the gentle guidance of your spirit, aligning yourself more closely with your divine destiny. In the end, the removal of narcissists isn't just about getting rid of a problem, it's about creating the space for you to grow, to thrive, and to step fully into the life you were always meant to live. You may find yourself spending so much energy trying to keep the peace or solve problems caused by their actions that you forget what truly matters. But when God removes a narcissist from your life, it's like a sudden peaceful silence that allows you to breathe again. No longer bound by their need for validation or control, you are free to redirect your focus back to your true purpose. The distractions that once took up all your mental and emotional space are gone, creating room for you to hear God's voice clearly. You can now devote your energy to the mission He's called you to. This shift in focus is not just about the absence of someone toxic, it's about reclaiming your energy, time, and mental clarity. Narcissists thrive on taking more than they give, draining you of the resources needed to move forward in your life. With their absence, you can focus on what truly matters: your passions, your dreams, and the work that God has specifically designed you to do. You start to realize how much potential you had all along, and you can finally give your full attention to the vision God has planted in your heart. Without the constant interruptions from the narcissist, you can focus on personal growth, spiritual development, and fulfilling the mission God has laid out for you. Whether that mission involves helping others, building something meaningful, or spreading love and light, you now have the mental space and clarity to pursue it wholeheartedly. God's intervention allows you to break free from distractions and focus on what He's truly called you to do. The absence of the narcissist is a blessing in disguise. It's God's way of bringing you back to your divine path, helping you rediscover your purpose, and empowering you to take bold steps toward fulfilling it. When distractions are removed, your vision becomes clearer, your goals sharper, and your path more focused. You are no longer pulled in multiple directions, but are instead aligned with the purpose God has set for you, one that is bigger and more fulfilling than anything you could have imagined while caught in the narcissist's web. Narcissists are often experts at manipulation, weaving webs of control that make you feel powerless. They have a way of making everything about them, bending situations and people to suit their needs, whether it's through guilt, emotional blackmail, or constant criticism. They thrive on controlling others to maintain their sense of superiority. This manipulation often leaves you feeling trapped, as if you're stuck in their game with no way out. The more they control, the further you drift from your own desires, dreams, and sense of self-worth. But God, in His divine wisdom and love, does not want you to remain in this cycle. He sees the harm these toxic influences cause, and He steps in to liberate you from their grasp. When God removes a narcissist from your life, it is a powerful act of freedom from manipulation, from control, and from the emotional exhaustion that comes with constantly trying to meet their demands. This act of divine intervention allows you to break free from the chains that have held you back, giving you the strength to reclaim your life and your destiny. The moment the narcissist is removed from your life, something profound happens. You begin to reclaim the power over your own thoughts, actions, and decisions. No longer will their insidious need for control and approval cloud your judgment or dictate your behavior. The hold they once had over your mind and emotions dissolves, and you are finally free to make choices that reflect your authentic self, choices that align with the divine purpose God has set before you. For too long, their manipulations may have clouded your dreams and ambitions, causing you to doubt your ability to pursue what truly matters. But now, the path is clear. With the narcissist gone, you can move forward with clarity and confidence, taking charge of your life in ways you never thought possible. This newfound liberation is not just a physical freedom from external control, it is a profound reclaiming of your inner power. Narcissists have a way of sowing seeds of self-doubt, making you question your worth and second-guess your every decision. Their constant criticism, manipulation, and emotional games erode your self-esteem over time, leaving you uncertain of your own capabilities. But when they are removed, you begin to rediscover the strength and confidence that were always within you. You start to recognize that you are more than capable of shaping your own future, making decisions that serve your highest good. This is the moment you realize that your destiny has always been in your hands, and with God's intervention, you are empowered to take full ownership of it. The end of the narcissist's influence marks a significant turning point in your spiritual journey. It is a moment of awakening, a sign that you are no longer a pawn in someone else's game. No longer will you be manipulated, controlled, or made to feel small. Instead, you are stepping into your sovereignty, taking full responsibility for the direction of your life. This act of liberation, orchestrated by God, is a powerful affirmation that you are meant to walk your path with purpose, strength, and clarity. God's removal of toxic influences from your life is not just an act of protection, it is an act of empowerment. It is God's way of guiding you back to yourself, helping you reclaim your true power and step boldly into the future He has designed for you. With this newfound freedom, there are no limits to what you can achieve.